Welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday evening. I'm at my allotment. I'd normally head home on a Tuesday, but with the bank holiday weekend I'm a little out of sync. If you watched the last video, I mentioned rats attacking corn, and it looks like while I was at home over the weekend avoiding all the rain, that Pied Piper brought his rats out and demolished well, maybe half the corn. So I'm going to what's left on the plants that hasn't been touched, I'm going to have to sort of break off, and I don't think they'll develop very much, but might better make a corn chowder or some kind of chicken sweet corn soup or something. But I'll sort this out. Just goes to show. So I don't know if any other corn, I've not spoken to anyone else here yet. Amazing weekend of rain, and oh, carpet of weeds just shoots back up. I'm not sure if they've had a fresh nibble on or not, but yeah, I think they have actually. I think somebody's taken the tops out of these leeks again. So I know I managed to have a word with the person who's got the front half of the plot now. He has had an attempt at repairing the gate to some extent, but if the rabbit's already trapped in here, it's a sort of semi-pointless exercise until we can sort out the rabbit. On a brighter note, looks like the first of the blush tomatoes is just starting to turn there and ripen, so something to look forward to try. I think this tomato's definitely picked up, but I think I'll pull that one out. It looks like it's got some disease or blight on the stalk. There's a few side shoots on the back of this sweet yellow plum, so I might try and root up I might just stick a few in the pot and see what happens, to be honest. This sun gold tomato has gone a bit berserk. It's actually come all the way over and is heading over here, so that's probably 8 or 10 foot long in total. Theoretically you could actually plant a single tomato in a pot and actually have it run at sort of 30 degrees and just coil around the inside of your greenhouse like a bit of a vine or something. It would they do keep just growing at the tip if you don't pinch them out. So this has still got a fair bit of fruit on it. I might take out some of the side shoots and maybe try and root one of these. That's a decent looking side shoot actually. Get a few more sun gold in that pot. The others seem healthy enough. They're still sort of growing, chucking out side shoots and fruit trusses. Some fruit developing on that one. Possibly something happening on this one. I'm a little bit late getting here this evening. I was on like a conference call that ran on a bit longer than my normal leaving time, but got here in the end. They probably need another few days or a week hanging there, absorbing moisture to swell up. That's interesting. Something's actually, it's probably a slug that, something's been chewing on that one. That one's died back. This one there still growing. That one's still growing. Very temperamental. Keep knocking my head on these tomatoes now. I'll have to try and string them up a bit higher. otherwise I'll have just head-butted them all off before any of them get ripe. So I'm going to go and pick the rest of that corn. I'll bring you back in a bit. I managed to salvage, well, 5 little corns, such as they are, that the rat hadn't broken into. So quite decent size little kernels on them, even though the cobs are really small. So just pulled out another one of my potatoes to take home and add to my dinner this evening. Picked a few tomatoes as well. Getting a little, it's quite cool now. And I know we're probably still a little way away from frosts overnight, but first frosts will see off tomatoes and things like that, so I might have to try, and I'm sure I've got a piece of plastic somewhere that I'll have to try and do them 2 roof panes so the greenhouse starts retaining some heat on an evening. Just try and extend the life a little bit longer of the plants. I've dragged a fair bit of the stuff out of the enclosure there, and the incinerator's pretty much full to the top. So just leave that to settle for a week or so. It should drop down a little bit, and then I'll be able to cut the rest up and get it in. I kind of ripped out I'll leave what's left of them corns just on the floor for them to finish off. Could have sworn something just shot past then. I wonder if that rabbit was out. What's interesting there, it looks like it's eaten the core out of a courgette flower as well, which is a bit strange. So that would have looked like one of them. Sorry, that's a male flower. That's actually the flower on the end of a forming courgette, I think. Yeah, the flower, but not the courgette. The other bits of corn left on here isn't going to amount to anything now, but I'll leave them, let it finish them off if it wants to. I don't know whether to incinerate the corn stems. They get a bit sort of like bamboo. If you put them in your compost, you really need to sort of mash them up a bit, either pound them with the back of your axe, the flat of an axe or something like that, or a hammer, or just to sort of smash them, mush them up a bit, or put them through a chipper perhaps, composting chipper. Don't really have a spare cover at the minute. I'm a bit... hope those don't get eaten down completely, otherwise those leeks will just not do anything. Just letting the plane past 7:45 now, so I'm going to wrap up and head home. I'm pretty sure there was some sort of accident or incident on the nearby roads before, so everything was a bit heavy. But that'll do for this evening. I may be back tomorrow, may head straight home tomorrow, I'm not sure, but I'll certainly be down here on Friday. Probably better if I come here tomorrow than on Thursday at home. We shall see. Out of sync a little bit with the bank holiday weekend. I keep forgetting it's Tuesday and not Monday. Righto, catch you next time. Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday afternoon. I'm at my allotment, but I'm only going to be a brief one today, I'm afraid. I don't know where my head was this morning, but I forgot to bring the kitchen waste. I forgot to bring my little battery strimmer thing to attack all that new growth. So I've watered the tomatoes. Very wet outside. It has been raining here overnight, I think. I did call on Wednesday, but I got sort of sidetracked as soon as I got here and forgot to record anything. I did have a rake up in there and gathered up all the remaining loose stuff. That's ready to sort of chop up or break up and put into the incinerator. I think what I'll do, I'm going to go home and attack some stuff at home. My hazel hedge on the front due a pruning, and if I can get that through the shredder and chipped, I can bring it back for the compost. I'll probably come back down on Sunday or something like that and have a few hours here on Sunday. Looking at these leeks, I think the rabbit's still active. These ones as well, is whittling them down. I left these on the floor and it looks like the rat's been back and finished chewing them. Looks like I've got a couple of, I think they're the spaghetti squashes, them. They look a bit like the spaghetti squashes. Hopefully there's enough warmth left now we're in autumn for them to finish off. We shall see. I don't think the rabbit's not been back into them. The weeds are overtaking now, but the beetroot that's inside there seems to be growing quite happily. So the ones in that one are recovering as well. So I just wanted to trim the top off all the green stuff, or one last time, then pull a sheet or something over it. So I think I'll come back on Sunday or something, and if I head home now I should better beat the traffic and still manage a few hours in the garden at home. So I shall catch you on the next one. Cheers for watching.